Then it's finally time to import this scan into SOLIDWORKS. I just want to make a note here that if you're on the standard version of SOLIDWORKS, there's another webinar series that Travis Jones worked on with raw scan data, and he built out a part that way, and it's got some really great tips in it as well. But if you're running SOLIDWORKS Professional or Premium, you can use the ScanTo3D import option and the tools associated with that, which is what I'm going to do here. We also have an 11-part series going over all of the ScanTo3D tools in great detail for every tool and setting, so I won't go too crazy. I just want to show how easy this can be compared to sketch pictures. The whole reason we need these tools, though, is because 3D scans export in a file format where it's made up of tens of thousands of triangles approximating a shape. They don't have sketches, dimensions, or features like a SOLIDWORKS model does. You just have raw geometry that's difficult to modify, and not to mention it can be very resource heavy and slow your computer down. So the data is really helpful as a reference, but it's best to turn it into something more useful in SOLIDWORKS. With ScanTo3D, you can import your file and then step through the tools exactly how they're ordered on the toolbar. And so you start with the Mesh Prep Wizard, where you can use automation to help orient your scan and do a lot of cleanup work like deleting areas, patching holes, and smoothing surfaces. You can also use the next tool, Mesh Editing, to help with alignment, and that's exactly what I did. This process is really similar to what we did with sketch pictures, where you want to take the time to orient the scan. That way you can take advantage of the existing reference geometry, like having a plane go down the center of the seat, for example. I drew out a few sketches and used some geometry on the bottom of the seat to help me center and align the scan relative to my coordinate system. From there, one approach I could use is a tool called the Curve Wizard, and with that you can create some highly accurate guide curves for lofted surfaces, similar to what we did earlier. But there's an even easier option here that I can get away with called the Surface Wizard. With the Surface Wizard, I color in the areas where I want a surface and have SOLIDWORKS automatically approximate that surface for me. I took the same approach as I did earlier, where I broke the surfaces up by the fabric seams on the seat, especially because I don't want the scan data from those seams to throw off the surface approximation. And so after highlighting those areas, I went through and created the surfaces using B-splines, and it worked pretty well the first time around, but I ended up going back and used symmetry to just build out half of the seat, that way I could mirror it later. From there, it was just a matter of cleaning up the surfaces and adding some fillets, and comparing the surfaces to the original scan data shows just how accurate it ended up being after just a few minutes of work.